Hey guys, all right, we're back here with a few more mods I'm going to be doing on the 2018 new body style Ranger. Of course, they're running now the pulse bar for their accessories, which requires a proprietary plug that they're using for all of the Polaris branded accessories. When I'm setting up here today, I've got these in stock now. I have actual connectors that you can use to put on your own accessories, because the way this is set up in the Polaris bar is your bottom spade terminal is going to be your positive, constant positive. Center is going to be accessories or key on, and upper is going to be ground. So 3 connectors. I'm going to have these available as connectors to put together to make them look a little more professional, rather than getting the ones with the wires, so that you can actually take your accessory harness that you have and wire it directly into this to make it look just like this. So I'll have the locks, I'll have the weather packs, I'll have the spade terminals, and the connector itself available as a package. Now I'll have these available in the form. If you PM me on that, I'll have them available at a discounted rate. Otherwise, I'm putting these on eBay also. eBay's cost will be a little bit different there. So I'm going to go into it and show you how to do these. They're fairly simple. You don't necessarily need the tool to put the spades on. You can do them with regular pliers or regular wire crimp. Since we're not dealing with aviation and stuff, you know, we're not going to be 100% correct on that, but it saves you from buying a $25 to $95 tool depending on which one you get. Okay, so I'll show you how these go together, so you can make your own professional looking harness without having splices down the pipe here. Okay, so this is what we've got here. Now I've taken the steps, a few of the steps, put them together already, but here's our connector we talked about. Okay, so this is your base connector, nothing in it. Weather pack plug. Okay, set that off to the side here. This is going to be the lock for the back. This holds the weather pack in place after we're all done. I'll show you that in a second too here. So what you're going to do is we're going to start with wire. Okay, just this will be off your accessories. Okay, so this happens to be the ground side, obviously. So we're going to take that, and we're going to take just about 1/8 to 3/16 roughly off the tip here. So you have roughly that sticking out. Don't forget to put your weather pack connector on, which did this on purpose because I forget to do this even after doing it for so many times. It's kind of easy just to kind of grab the wire strippers and go nuts, but I left it that way on purpose so that you can see you can still slide it over. Now you notice it's got the there's a tall side and there's a flat side. Flat side is going to go to the back, so you're going to slip it on just like this. Now I only put it on just over the insulation. Okay, because what we're going to do next is, when you lay this in the connector, you need to lay these back tangs, or what are going to crimp the weather pack part itself, and then your front tangs here, you see them there a little, get a little light there. Anyway, the 2 tangs here on each side are going to fold over and crimp in. Now with the tool it goes one way, without the tool we're going to do it another way. So I'm going to show you both ways here, or the finished product of both ways. So you slip this into place. I'm going to use the tool on this one. Trying to get it into the camera view here. Give it a little squash there. Can't get that off, that's crimped into place. Now you crimp the back side. I'm going to do that the same way here. Oops, there, get it into place. And give that just a squash there. And that puts everything together. Now, as we were talking before, you don't have the actual crimper tool, which, like I say, you can get these for down as, I think the lowest I found was like 23 bucks. But you're only gonna probably use it a couple of times. Sometimes the guys don't want to do that, right? Well, I get it. So you can do these with, and I do it with just a small needle nose, all right? Now, granted, the tool is the right way to do it. I'm just showing you how you can get by with this and do a quality job and not have issues without having to spend the money on the tools. So what you'll do then is you'll take the tangs that were on the side before that I showed. You just basically go at a 45-degree angle, fold each one in by itself. So you'll do one, crimp it in, and then flip it over and do the other, crimp it in flat. And you can do the same thing with the back tangs. You can squeeze them down. This is what I did on this one. This is actually a soldered one already. It's just a little too tough to do on camera here and actually show you guys anything, so I'll show the finished product here. But you can kind of see just a teeny bit of solder. You don't need to go nuts on it. Just a little bit right on the back. You can set your soldering iron right in here and just drop a little solder and it'll suck right into the wires and you're done. You don't have to put a lot in there. In fact, the least amount you can get by with, the better. And you don't want to run, because solder will fall down the wire, and then it'll make it stiff, and then it'll actually make it where it can get brittle. So you don't want to put too much solder on it. Doesn't take much, just a little dab, and then you're into place. And that connection's on there too. Can't pull it off. Okay, so that's all done there. Now putting the connector together. So what we got is this one is the red wire. See, there's no stripe on it. And I got my red with a white stripe. That's going to be my accessories wire. And granted, your harnesses could have different ones. You just got to know which one's the accessories, which one's the power, which one's the ground. And that's pretty straightforward on most of the harnesses I've seen out there. And you want to put them together with the plug. Now, the plug, you go look at the pulse plug-in. Plugs in with the connector to the left, or I should say the lock to the left. Okay, because if you do it this way, you got your outer wires wrong. Power and ground will be wrong. So I'm gonna flip it over here. This is how it's going to plug into the machine. So that means our bottom wire, like we showed in the previous video, has to be the positive. So I'm going to grab my positive wire. And now you want to look at your connector. I may make this look more complicated than it is, but it makes sense when you put it together. Notice how there's an opening for the tang there, and then there's a rounded spot. So you want the rounded spot to be connector going in just like, sorry, the camera here, just like this. So in that case, we're going to push this in. You're going to hear a click. I don't know if we'll hear it on the camera. There, locked in, pretty quiet. Okay, so that one's in place. So the flat spade is, wider open for your terminal. Okay. Now I'm going to go to the middle, and that's our accessory wire. Got to do the same thing. So make sure you got it correct. Just slip it into place. Snaps into place. Boom. Locked in. Got the ground wire. Again, make sure you got them correct. Click. In place. Can't pull them out. That shows did a good job because it's not coming apart. Okay, so that's the connectors put together. Final piece is you're going to put the lock on. The lock just goes around the wires, like so. And you're going to push forward, just like so. And there you have it. Connector is 100% ready to plug in, just like a factory Polaris one. You put it together yourself, you have no splices, you can't tell this from a factory Polaris harness. So if you guys got any questions, like I say, I can put these together for you. If you feel comfortable doing just a little dab of solder in each of the connectors, you can. It's easy to do yourself. Man, they are quality connectors. They're not knockoffs at all. And I can put the wires together for you if needed for a slight additional charge. Again, if you got questions, go ahead and hit me up. Otherwise, we'll see you soon.